Hello and welcome back to the Residual Royalty Academy. In this video, I'm going to show you my royalties for December and also my advertising spend so you can see the overall profitability of this month with KDP for me. Hopefully it will act as some inspiration, some motivation. And of course, a lot of this was down to the fact that it was Q4. My sales are not always this high. They're not yet reached that point where they're consistently at this level. But that is where I'm trying to get my royalties to every single month, even without Q4. So if you've been struggling and you want to get your royalties to this level as well, I would recommend taking the Royalty Accelerator course. The link is in the description below, so go and click that and have a read all about it. But don't take too long because the price is going to be increasing very soon. For obvious reasons, I can't show you my books, but let's jump now onto this tab here. So this is just a bit more proof. Obviously, there is a bit of a discrepancy between what the royalties estimator says and what the book report says. That's always around $100 out for me. I'm not sure really why. I've tried to update book report, but it doesn't seem to change anything. But that's all good. I guess maybe they're just using a different currency or a different sort of counting method to add up these numbers. So there you go, 5,710 it says there, and this one says 5,600. So they're quite similar anyway. Of course, I'm more likely to trust this number because this is KDP's actual website. So let's go onto this tab here. We can see the earnings by book. As I say, for obvious reasons, I can't show you the titles of the books, so you'll just have to kind of take a wild guess at what these books are. But you can see that some of them sold in big numbers and some of them only sold, once or twice over here. If we go to the next tab, we can see these are my pen names. So again, for obvious reasons, you can't actually see the pen names, but you can see how much each pen name accounted for the total amount of royalties for the month. So basically how I do things is each pen name is a different niche. So if I make a niche about dogs or something, say this one, then if I was to make a niche that's related to cats, I would not leave it in the dog niche, I would make a separate niche. These aren't cat and dog niches, but that's just an example. So you can see that that's $823 from this niche with 411 sales. And if we go down, you can see there's quite a lot of different pen names that have been making sales, some with a lot. And as we go down, each one is making less and less, where I'm assuming some of them are only selling 1 or 2 books in each niche, which is absolutely fine. It's to be expected with KDP really, and when you start doing KDP and taking it seriously for yourself, you'll see very similar things on your reports. So let's now finally have a look at the Amazon ads dashboards. So this is the Great British one, this is the UK one, as you can see it's in pounds. So that spend is £368, which works out to around $480 for the month of December, as you can see on there, 368. And if we go over to Amazon US, we can see the spend is $348 in December. So if you add those together, 350 and 480, that gets you to around $830. So if you take away that $830 from this figure here, you'd be left with around $4,900, which is absolutely incredible. And if we work that out as a percentage, the percentage of that is profit, let's see, 830 divided by 5,710. That's 15% is the spend. So that's around 85% profit in this KDP business model, which is one of the reasons why I absolutely love KDP, because you don't need to spend much and you can make a hell of a lot. Obviously December there's a lot more customers on Amazon, so that's why I spent a bit more than usual in advertising, because there's more clicks, which means I'm spending more, but also it means that I made more sales, which I'm happy with. But I would assume in January that both the royalties and the ad spend will both be going down. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see that update. That'll be coming around the start of February, just as all the earnings updates are always at the start of the next month. So I hope this video has been motivational or inspirational to you. Hopefully you've learned that you should separate your pen names into different niches, and that also stops people copying all of your books if they find one of your pen names, because if somebody found one pen name and you had 1,000 books in that pen name, then it would be pretty obvious which books were doing the best because everyone can see the ranks and you would just get all of your best books copied. But by separating them out into, 10, 20, 50, 100 different pen names, it's going to make it a lot harder for people to take you down. Not that they're trying to, but people obviously like shortcuts, and if you see a design that's selling really well, people often want to make the same one. So separate your books into different pen names, keep publishing books. I'm going to be publishing a lot of no content books this month. I've seen a few of the day's royalties in January so far, and they've been pretty appalling, so it's really motivating me to make some more books to counteract the January slump. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, uploads are every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.